following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Well, so we need the swords, and you're going to want to know everything we found, which, if our information gathering on you isn't completely garbage, is pretty much what you found. But we did get this strange letter in our briefing documents from Professor Lumiere. I'm guessing you have a similar thing warning you about an Egyptian man. A strange, a hook-nosed dark man, wreathed in shadow, and well, I'm guessing you know.
Well, we had the Egyptian, but then we also had soldiers.
Yeah, soldiers dressed in human but not human soldiers. In armor of a spear, yeah, we had that.
And an earnest, upbeat woman. Let me just fish this out.
Someone.
A young seeming pious woman, she is bright and full of life in a self-possessed way.
You very pious? Sure.
I never used to be, but I have become more devout.
Could be.
I've seen some.
About.
I'm not really that self-possessed, am I?
We don't really know.
Well,
but
you couldn't help but keep drawing the conversation towards music when we were trying to talk shop. No offense.
Yeah, but if they've got the same clue, I wouldn't assume that.
Yeah,
she was the one. If she was the one that they're.
Oh, but they didn't have that one.
Then what was the third one?
What was your third one?
A dark-haired man with a hook-nosed wreath in shadow.
But that we take to be Abdul.
But we also warned about
man.
Abdul.
Yeah.
Oh. Assuming he's the Egyptian and it's not her.
Super.
And not a man. Sure.
Wait, they're not talking about Maldred, but he's not here.
How would you explain this professor that gave you your notes? Your briefing?
Professor Lumiere. Upbeat, bright, very, very devout.
There we go.
So they have some kind of history.
Very confident in herself.
They were warning us against each other's professor.
For some reason.
For some reason.
Yours sounds a lot nicer, and I would stay away from ours if you could.
Come on, dear.
You seem to not like your environment much.
No, he's great, but I'm not sure he's for everyone.
Well, Professor Lumiere is very strict. Sometimes we don't get to eat.
Yeah, funny that.
But it's our fault for doing wrong.
We had 3 days to get over it.
3 days?
I'm just ripping our squad lead.
That's a long time. You guys really are kind of pampered.
He's referencing a separate incident involving...
Oh, right, when you denied your group food for 3 days, or was it the one thing with Johnny Lightning?
Wait, how do you know about that?
I told you my information's very good.
It is very good.
What I'm concerned about. We need to get some information on them.
Why?
Well, what would you like to know? Invisible Girls has the inability to be seen. She's working on that. But she's also very observant, quiet, unobtrusive. She listens very well. She's very friendly.
She is.
She really has the ability to just pluck important things and like refocus you on what matters.
You got to know her a little bit.
In fact, it kind of was her that helped push us even further towards working together than Alvin was already trying to do.
Well, the Force, of course, has the power of Hercules and can extend that power out from himself.
Now
I'm feeling a little less Herculean right now, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, God, I tried to do my morning exercises and could barely lift the cart.
Hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. Now that we're all working together, what'd you find on that hill?
disturbing things. There was a gallows. And I saw under the gallows, it was like backed into a hill, and there was a door. But the gallows wasn't backed into a hill. Because I could walk around it and see through every way. But then through that one way, I saw this door. I went inside, and inside was a cave with tree roots growing down through it, like it was somewhere further down the hill. And there I met myself.
Yourself.
I was able to talk to myself for like 5 minutes before he faded away. I really think it was a revelatory experience. And I realize I don't really need to be ashamed of who or what I am.
You don't say.
I wish I could do it again,
Had a
but it
bit of an
didn't work
epiphany,
any
huh?
other times.
Yeah. It's the same here. Same here.
No, we're being honest with each other.
I'm glad. That was a fantastic experience, and I'm glad someone else got it.
There was something else there. One of the graves.
Oh yeah, you actually want to know what I found? So there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
hut, a little cottage type thing. I think it was like the hangman's preparatory hut or whatever it was. And inside there, under the seat lifted up, I found a small cache of detectives' documents. There was some notes he made from an interview with an insane man called Wilson.
Oh, he got the
And
review.
that is where I saw the map for the... where it was like a county map. And it showed where Darkwater Island was. And on the map was written, I need to go here.
Right. So
And
that
it's also probably where the earthquakes have their epicenter, because it was off the coast. But it's,
so that's what started to point you at Innsmouth.
I left everyone there. You should have seen it.
That cabin might have got struck by lightning, or lit on fire by someone else. There was a secret ladder under one of the graves that led into the tunnels and some other information we did find, so we didn't get nothing out of that.
And of course you know Claire, who redirects attention. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Claire.
Pleasure.
Oh, wait.
Claire is also very good at uncovering things people would rather have hidden. Of course you know me.
Somewhat.
This is actually new for me. I've never met anyone who didn't recognize me instantly on sight.
I had no idea
Yeah,
who you
but-
were before either. Not even by name.
I don't know you either. Sorry.
You're in show
She's
business.
queen
How
of
much
all
of,
people.
have you as the real you?
You know, I used to ask myself that a lot before I joined the DMV. I'm still not really sure I know, but I'm getting there. And of course, the doctor, good doctor.
Where's what was his name?
He didn't give us a name.
The uncaring teenage.
Didn't
I'm
give us a
getting to
name.
them.
Oh, okay.
He didn't give us a name.
Virginia Dare. Her real first name is Sarah, but we call her that because of, you know. Anyway, she was an archaeologist? You mean grave robber?
So, like the nerd kind or the real guy?
No, the kind that, and Virginia's just like, no, the kind that goes into a tomb and aligns a bunch of mirrors so I can steal their gold shit. And put it in a museum. Archaeologist. Grave robber.
I think you and Nancy might get along quite well.
So,
We've met. Didn't realize you were a woman. How could you mistake it?
so what are your abilities then?
Heightened perception, deduction. I'm a little quick on the draw, and I'm not really that special. Oh, and I don't take falling damage.
Huh.
That would be useful.
And, of course, nada. He's like...
Too cool for school, huh?
He sort of rolls his eyes a little bit.
I could swear for a second there he was going to say he didn't care.
So you've got any other tasks you need to do in this town before you move on? Outside of the swords, of course.
But we still have to investigate the tunnels.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And we have to close them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's something
I agree
we were
with that
wondering.
one.
The only thing is
Might not have the ability to do that anymore.
well, not without bringing down the whole town.
And also, you're not exactly running at full.
Oh no, even if I
True.
was running a full thing, I don't think those tunnels are vast and maze-like, and there's a lot of them, and I can't even keep track of them all.
That'll be the strange mineral deposits. There's selenium and donabite in the ground here.
Like, we might be able to collapse the ritual chamber,
And as you
but
probably don't know, that inhibits your abilities.
Hmm.
At least in terms of detection and manipulation.
yes.
What about utilization? Because
Well, that's why I bought Wilberforce and Nada. I was hoping to just collapse the entrances, but
well, a few of those doors are pretty sturdy. I suppose with a good welding, they're not going to be opening anytime soon.
I was really thinking your team would bring Tom Fury, but you didn't for some reason.
But there's he had another
an
mission.
additional mission.
There is other places where, like in the house where Claire was.
Oh, so they did go to France.
The
To be fair, we see.
Arrogant cunts are staring at me. This is your fault.
what?
Claire. Claire. Calm down. There's nothing you can do about it now. We're working together. I need you to be okay with this, and I need you to calm down. Sorry.
She is good.
Well,
Well,
I'm not asking you to forgive Claire. I'm just asking you to try to not put too much stock in anything she says when she's excited.
Look, we're all stressed here, and it's tough. I'm just worried. Like, some of us have already almost crossed some lines here. I'm not going to hedge away from that outside of our own
Virginia's
control.
like, let me guess, tried to kill each other, huh?
Not yet.
No, but talk of it. Actually, no, wait, I did almost try and beam Dex on the back of the head with a
Oh,
solid
you
rock.
were gonna do that. Not so lovable Dex.
It's all water under the bridge anyway. At least for now.
A lot of the tunnels actually come up in people's basements, as I was trying to say, and we interrupted Claire's searching. I still want to talk to you about that at some point too. In the basement, there was a door, wooden door. We've also been into Edward's house, and we found he had a door as well.
The entire city was once connected up by a series of tunnels and shelters.
And that's the hard part, is
The cult of Dagon used to use them to move around in as well. And they were sealed up when the mines dried up and also started collapsing.
well, I think they're still
The
using
big
them
dip
now.
in the park is one of those collapses. And as for wanting to talk to Claire about her borderline illegal activities, don't worry about it. I'm already punishing her when we get back.
I removed the anesthetic for her.
Thank you. You took my jar.
Yes, I needed to keep the note given that I never hurt anyone. My search warrant is very clear on the matter that it can be if the occupant is on the way.
I'm doubling your punishment.
What have I done? Again,
Claire, we cannot break the law. Everything has to be legal.
You might be working with the wrong
no
team.
When
offense.
government agencies act with impunity, Claire, we are no better than the criminals we are supposed to stop.
Don't take this the wrong way, but the police here are involved in the crimes that are happening.
Do you have proof of this?
Literally saw them. Sacrifice.
Do you have a backup testimonial?
Well, there's Dex and myself. So
Good
there's-
enough for me. He's a psychic.
You can pull it out later.
His memory evidence is admissible in court. Wait, it is? In Los Angeles.
Well, there's also there is an issue.
Nevada.
There is an issue because there's something you really can't show people anyway that happened down near Dex. Or did you look away before that?
I'm smart enough to look away when the horrifying monster comes out of the water with more mouths and eyes than things.
Stop it.
Well,
That's enough.
can't possibly occupy that small amount of space. Oh, yes, Professor Lemira warned us about that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what's down in the tunnels.
Have you considered Jesus? It may not be real, but it is something to focus on.
Can we just reiterate at this point? Don't go in the water.
What? How are we
we
supposed to
w-
investigate the water then?
We don't.
We don't. We were
Did
warned.
your professor tell you about
We
it?
were warned by our Atlantean friend to just don't go in the water. And she seemed to know something about what was going on here.
Virginia's like, I almost went in that water!
No.
I don't think we can go against the word of an Atlantean. It's like, if they're telling the truth.
Harmony does not lie.
And also, why would we lie to
Even
you?
you said that. You're right.
If we can't collapse all the tunnels because it's too dangerous, it's clear that thing gets through into the tunnels from that water spot we're talking about, right? We could collapse just that part.
Oh, we should definitely collapse the ritual chambers nowhere else.
But finding it's going to be the problem.
That's the thing.
If we want to do it before we end up in Innsmouth and God
Well,
knows
you
what
have
happens.
twice as
then-
many people, but certainly.
Today's the day.
May I make a suggestion so we don't waste our daylight opportunities?
Absolutely.
Since all members of my team are required to strictly adhere to the law and obey the curfew, she looks over at the coat with no one in it.
We kept her inside.
I didn't. I understand, but you were very close to doing it. Sorry. Might I suggest we take possession of the Swords of Concealing Dark?
Quick, relative question. How do you think you're going to be able to do that? Only
Wilberforce will carry them.
there's problems when they get too far away from the
We know.
light.
We're supposed to take possession of them. We have to.
But do you have to be far enough away from us that goes badly? I mean, as long as they're together. If you take positions but also stick around us.
Well, I was going to suggest, with your approval, that we split up into mingled teams and investigated these various things we want to investigate, mainly the tunnels.
I would advise investigating the tunnels, but advise against it, basically.
We can't collapse them unless we investigate them.
That is the problem.
And we can't just leave it open.
I would propose that, say, Nancine, Roxanne, and Nada go together and one through one way, and Alvin, Wilberforce, and Derek go in the other way. Bonnie, you and I can work together with Dex and Jennifer, and with the rest of the team, and investigate these police, if that's all right. If you wish to suggest any changes, of course.
The only thing I would suggest is maybe not having Bonnie and Claire on the same team, just because there seems to be some specific animosity between them.
Okay,
I don't want
you
to.
take Claire then.
I am animosity between her.
You know what I mean.
I'm not being on the same team as a Bradford, please.
You can come with me, Claire.
Okay, Claire, but you are representing me, and I cannot have you. I understand. All right, I trust you.
while we're on the subject of sharing, are you having strange dreams as well?
Yes. Virginia's like, last night was especially interesting. That room looked full of stuff that belongs in a museum.
The cornucopia thing?
And the night before with the islands and the Scylla shipwreck.
Look, I know we want to probably get onto this as soon as possible, but did you need to look at any of our...
Oh yes, so you guys will
first.
sharing out all
I'll
of it.
hand that one there first.
And the mingle
Yes,
with
we have that one.
So
That's
there
what you
was-
The
dreamed last
detective
night.
had numerous copies of the same information, so we'll just spread it all out. It's
Yeah.
like numerous copies of the same information across the city, and it looks like there's only slight differences between errors and
Caches.
ranges, so we'll all catch up on that.
What did you guys find in the? What did you find, Dr. Diablo, in the outhouse?
Ah, therein lay the certain etched map of where to find his hidden reel-to-reel. But Dr. Diablerie cannot break in willy-nilly to others' places without permissions.
I wish you'd have told us.
Jen's like, I think we found the same etching. Dr. Diablerie is under no obligation to disclose the mysteries revealed to him by his arcane masteries. And Claire asked me not to.
I think we only have
Thank you, Doctor.
one more question about something they found we know about, right? Certain something, and I'll look directly at Claire.
What was the thing you destroyed? Is what we're asking.
You mean in accordance with the wishes?
Yes.
It was a specific address in a place called Innsmouth, where one might find someone willing to transport you to meet with an art dealer.
We may need that,
That could
if
be
that's
helpful.
possible.
We are looking for a painting.
Oh, I'm sure you've been told, Trimmer, we have one of the...
What?
No, we didn't bring up the painting.
Oh yeah, the painting. Show the painting.
Right.
Beautiful. There's the tainted dress leans into the disgusting. I wonder if it's some kind of reference to...
Well, it's unsigned, but we do have suspicions of a painting.
Anna Bradford never did sign her work. But you know that.
Did you get it on the document for this? That maybe a forgery.
The letter that says that they needed to be checked in Boston.
But they're potentially a forgery, though. If you've got that, or did you?
Yep.
That'll be with the other info then.
Did you put in it with the info, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming everything's there unless one of us have specified.
Anonymous, the one we got from Edward's body.
Yep.
And that's just who were the people of Innsmouth.
So the current ones may be forgeries, but again, they need to be confirmed.
And there was already at least one missing before we got there, which is somewhat concerning. Unless...
Well, it may not have been missing, it may have been looked at.
That's true.
You may have been investigating it at the time.
Can't help but feel like a lot of these mysteries could be solved if Edward was alive.
He may be, we don't know.
Who's Edward?
Contact of our professors.
We were asked to check up on him, but we found a corpse. May not be him.
Weren't you guys looking for him? Didn't you go to Abdul for that?
We went to Abdul looking for a man called Edwards.
Oh.
But we were then told where to find him. And we had a chat.
So must be different from
That's
Edward.
how we got the information that was to lead us to...
Was he, what was it?
Riverside Street? Place.
No, Sugar Hill.
It's different.
Guess they have different contacts.
We were sent here to speak to a contact, a friend of Professor Lumera's, a priest. But unfortunately, it looks like some wild animals had gotten into his bedroom at night and killed him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's why we've been sort of thrashing about. I had Claire spy on you all because I thought, an invisible girl, because I thought maybe, at least if your contacts were intact, we could get onto the case, but...
He was dead as well, as far as we're aware.
So many parallels here.
Yeah, so many wild animals.
Dr. Diablerie, what do you think? Let me ponder the mysteries while you prattle on inanely. Yes. Dr. Diablerie does not believe in coincidence. A plot is afoot. Yes, the energies around here have told me where to look, and it says beneath.
That fits. Axes having broken the door up into the wardrobe.
No foul rituals can happen, not in such number, without the convivience of those who look into crime. Look ye to the police force! The spirits have spoken to me! Diablerie has spoken!
Did you,
Right, you're right.
Did your professors contact... They were attacked by animals. Was there a tunnel under their house?
You mean the church?
Or wherever you... Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Did you investigate that?
We did, but it ended in water, so we had to go buy diving gear. We haven't used it yet.
Was the door
That sounds
smashed
familiar.
inwards or opened inwards?
Virginia's like, I'll never forget that store. Diablerie, if you hadn't confounded me, I never would have got out.
You saw it too?
Diablerie finds it ridiculous that you would be fooled by mere 2 aisles filled with cheap knickknacks. No, you don't understand. It went on forever, and there was a thing.
A wet thing
A very wet
that
thing.
followed you.
Uh-huh.
I believe you. I saw it too. And they had a whole boat in the store for some reason. I don't know why I'm still hung up on that.
Oh, well, do we want to break up into our respective teams and go?
Sure, I don't remember what they are, but
How,
I'm sure you guys do.
how are we going to not make an incredible scene walking around with swords?
Claire's like, so it's here.
I don't think we're taking them now, right? I mean
Yeah,
we
no,
should-
but like we need to be the ones who possess them, so that when it is time to hand them over to those who will use them, it comes from us.
Right, so if we just took you upstairs to them and you went, oh, well, this is ours now, and then we just left them there, good enough?
Where did you hide them?
And Nancy.
It is actually very simple. They're under my mattress. What? Yeah.
Do we need to take...
Why would you hide them there? That's the first place anyone would look. Apparently not.
I can vouch that that is not true. You just kind of write it off in your head and you don't look there.
No, he's just like,
Well, we ain't exactly sending everyone on these little excursions, right? So the people we leave behind could hole up here with the swords. It's not-
Actually, the last team had everybody else on.
if you want to look into the police.
Alright. Well, it's not wise to leave them unattended, I feel.
Wilberforce is like, I think the main ones involved in the shenanigans are on at the night time at least. I've seen them marching around the streets with their flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers?
Flamethrower? Oh,
Yes,
wow.
those they catch out at night get incinerated instantly. A
That
strange
explains
form of arrest.
The curfew. Punishment.
Fire would be very helpful.
Everything
I
burns.
assume.
Not in this case.
Oh, that's
Attention.
Heard it from somewhere. Well, if there's nothing else.
Well,
Alright, team, break up.
the question is which entrances we're using, because obviously we know of the one on the hill,
That's a safe one. We ain't got to go into no one's house to use it.
Correct. Then the other one is... I can't use the church because the church is flooded.
Crypt still works.
Crypt still works, but...
It's just a maze is the only thing.
That's it. So the crypt and the...
In the hill.
You can't use the house.
And of course the entrance in River Street.
And the one in River Street
Although
as
we
well.
haven't found exactly which house it's in. We know it's there somewhere.
We know which house it's in. And as soon as the doors opened, it was just...
There's been flooding down that way as well. It could cause problems.
It was rotting in that hole. It was
Well, it's been
horrific.
doing nothing but rain since.
Sounds
The
more
water
like
level's
what
been
we're
rising.
looking for then.
Well, me and Wilberforce have experience with that hill, so our team...
Well,
I think Alvin was on it.
Well, Alvin knows of the house in...
Oh, that's true.
On River Street.
Been down to River Street.
Wilberforce was like, a little smell's not going to turn me away. I have those parts.
you need them.
Yeah, they're part of any good investigator's kit.
Also,
It was that one, these are.
the room's rather...
I've been using them for my ears.
the room's rather horrific. They've... he was doing experiments to try and raise the dead from the looks of it.
Oh, of course. Right.
He was
That makes sense.
professor at the university before...
For Ward.
When
after
will man
Ward.
stop
After
tampering in God's domain?
before Bolton.
If one of those notes is to believe, you could say he succeeded.
Professor Bolton's hiding something. I'm fairly sure he wasn't being honest with me.
Not very much so. There's so much hidden. I don't know where it all is. There's so much.
Clear's like...
Yes.
Bolton?
He-
He's probably Bolton Bradford.
No. Do you, here, I'll slide the family tree over to her.
Of course, she's got a full family tree.
This has only just
This
been...
is your last warning.
Alexander Hamilton has been piecing this together. As I said, and I'll point at my name. There is where I am. This is my great-grandfather.
Your father's Benjamin?
Yes. But in the vault, before the war. Everything before the vault. I know nothing of this.
So, yeah, and then look down here. Noble. Oh, I see. Surely you can't possibly. We'll talk about it later in private.
I know nothing. This is what I've been
I'm
given.
more interested in this up here. There's an entire branch that just sort of mills around Massachusetts and never leaves. Yes, we call them cultists. I mean, this other branch here. This guy worked for the DMV. He married an Egyptian and then died. Mysterious circumstances when he was looking into... Yes. Well, you know how that happened, don't you? Their entire damn family only lives like 40, 50 years maximum, except for that one guy, and I still don't believe that's real. Probably just another Bradford lie. Well, there's public records. We went through them. Yes, but you know who she is. All I'm saying is that Bolton here, he might not have been being honest because there have been a lot of people asking where he could be involved. Sorry, Diablerie, who did I say you should go with? Dr. Diablerie does not pay attention to the prattlings of mortal plans. He is obsessed only with the voices of the beyond. I seem to hear that just fine. I'm sorry, who did I say?
I think you had Diablerie going with your third group.
Did I? I'd like you to actually break off then and investigate Mr. Bolton by yourself. Certainly! A trivial matter! I away!
Wait, are you sure it's good to send anybody by themselves?
Dr. Diablerie's never had any problems before.
Also, he's Jew.
I don't think he has professed a denomination.
No, D-U-E.
Oh.
Quick update. He is expecting some kind of big delivery of like occult carpets and candles and stuff like that. So
Nada's just like, wow, where does he magically disappear to?
That guy's great.
Claire's just like, I'm sorry, he can be a little eccentric.
Oh, hadn't noticed.
Sam pulls on her poncho.
Well, I think we may have gone over everything we're aware of.
So what the third group to do?
Well, that's up to. That was
I guess it's up
clear.
to.
Not
I guess
clear.
it's up to you. If you want to investigate the police's involvement or something else, maybe even find a third way into the tunnels. Maybe the inhuman human soldiers are around.